Messiah. Yep. I was like, I don't remember them. All right, next game.
Big game. So Catalyst on red, like Riptide on green, and Kelpies on blue. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Are we going to see a repeat?
How big are we called?
Look, they had pretty much the same game. Oh, no, they all just filed out of blue instantly. God dang it.
They dumped again?
Blue just single filed out, so did they go to green? I think they went to green. Yep.
Green hit.
Okay. Who's on green? Riptide. See if Riptide hold this.
Red team
that being said, it looks like Catalyst got instantly denied. Probably not realizing there's an entire dump at front door.
It couldn't be more of a wax ways, could it?
I mean, Wax could take it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll have this.
I mean, if Catalyst can take
Green
this
hit.
base...
Oh.
No. Catalyst, stop shooting the base.
Red team denied.
Nobody's gone to get blue, so they haven't identified it.
No, I think they've identified it. It's just...
Well,
12 minutes.
Riptide's... So look, this is the thing, and I don't necessarily think Catalyst are the best at dealing with dumps, because Catalyst just like to play
Green
the game.
hit.
So they don't really
Green
alter
hit.
their strat a ton when there is a dump. So
Blue
we don't
team
generally see them
denied.
counter dump. We don't generally see them do anything more than 2-3 their way through 10 people. And I think they do that because they can.
Yeah, it helps.
But sometimes they can't.
Yeah, you just lose. No, but they do deal with it well pretty most of the time. They have grown. I have noticed, even from back in the Wolfpack days, there was the same kind of criticism as they weren't very good against dumps.
Well, I think it's Dodge is running now, the show now, and Dodge's captaining style is different. And sometimes Wax runs it, and Wax's captaining style is again different. So we are seeing some different
Blue
flavors
hit.
of Catalyst.
Blue hit.
Jam picking up a blue base.
Blue destroyed.
I don't know if I would bother cycling when they're at me,
No.
personally.
Green hit.
Unless my base has gone down.
Green
Well, this would
hit.
be big green.
If Wax gets
Green
this green.
destroyed.
Get it. Yeah. And see, this is probably why they're not going to the blue, is they're going to put resources into trying to get green. And at least they're packing. The denials aren't good. That's not part of the plan, but they want to make sure they're getting as many tags as possible. There's no point going to an empty base.
It's an interesting game because I do think a bit of Riptide inexperience is...
Yeah, you can see a player just sitting there in
volleys-
empty. Like, I would be yelling at my team.
Blue hit.
Like,
Yeah.
what the hell are you doing?
Blue hit.
They're in our base.
We've got green
Blue
cycling and
destroyed.
empty. I've got Pug trying to solo red, which means they've only got 3 people at home.
Green
And
hit.
3v5 is just not how the
Green
math
hit.
works.
No.
And that
Green
means that A,
destroyed.
Kelpies will go through them too quickly, and B, Catalyst are going to steal all their pack.
Yeah.
Like, Wax is still there.
He's got 22 and 8.
So Pug's got the idea that he knows that they need to get a red, but trying to solo Catalyst is not really the call.
I don't mind having attempts to solo it in between the dump kind of like situation, and then you run home, you try and get them to go pack out, and then you try to like take a weird path, get there, and then hopefully just like get a good lunge out and get behind the defense. I don't mind
Green
plays like
hit.
that, but I don't
Leveled
like
up.
sitting there.
Green
Well
fighting.
done.
I'm pretty sure
Or-
Pug is just chilling, like you can see him.
You see him just sitting there. Like,
Blue
nah,
team
run home, just
denied.
get a few extra tags, be like, yeah, I tag players in the back, I'm the best.
4 Eyes did cop a 2-shot denial here from Wax.
Oh,
So Wax is, definitely just farming.
yeah. Max is going to have a big game, it looks like.
Yeah, if you look at, so Catalyst are up a K in pack on Riptide, and they
Blue
have
hit.
a Riptide base.
And that just
Blue hit.
outright shouldn't happen.
Blue destroyed.
Both of those things. And those things happen because
Green
you send
hit.
players to the wrong place.
Green hit.
I think Riptide
Green
are a little bit
destroyed.
frazzled this morning. I know they've got Bread at home with food poisoning. I know Volley's got a shoulder injury that he's currently having to play on. I don't know what happened. And I know Hazmat isn't feeling great.
Yeah.
So I think Pug is running games at the moment. I know Volley ran a couple games early on.
Red hit.
Oop, Kelpie's going for a red base.
Red hit.
4 Eyes.
Red
That one up.
destroyed.
That's really big for Kelpies.
That's good.
Fortunately, 4 Eyes is
Their dump's
7-shot
been pretty
deeps into
solid.
green. When they dump, they can achieve the
Yeah,
bases. They just can't
like-
achieve the pack.
Yeah, but like considering their lineup, I think their dump, strategically is working with how they're setting up against these players because, I mean, they're outclassed by everyone but 4 Eyes, let's be real.
Look, my personal opinion is that when you're in these games, A, as soon as you tell yourself you can't win, you can't win.
That's true.
And B, if you only play like cheese in these games, you only learn how to play cheese.
Yes.
So I'd rather you play a normal game and lose, and then eventually
Yeah.
that builds up.
I'd rather they dump than 5-man defense. We're
Yes.
seeing a lot though.
Well, you 5-man D for 6 minutes, then you dump. I think
Yeah.
that's the perfect balance.
That's better. Yes. But like some sort of strategy.
Which just means they're not learning any react play.
Member leveled up.
I think that's the most
Well
important
done.
skill to sort of work on, especially when you're in these mixed teams and obviously you have players that are coming up and you're developing and trying to get the most out of.
Yeah, and I prefer, maybe more of a timing dump.
Yeah, you should never single file out of your base when the game starts. I think you wait a minimum 3 minutes.
Blue hit.
Well, I think you can do it
Blue
if you're
hit.
like a top
Blue
tier team. And you've got
destroyed.
a really good strategy behind it. I've
if
seen
you're
that
just,
happen
if you're
a
just trying to
couple
get your
times.
average score up.
Not even in the high level games, it's not terrible.
I've never seen a top 5 team dump in the first 2 minutes and it
Not
worked.
in a long time. Oh, but it happened, Cobras in 2018. They won that pre-nats 3, just dumping every game.
Pre-nets don't count.
Well, but it was pretty impressive. One up also
Member
made
leveled up. Well done.
One up made the
One made the Albury finals
Aubrey
last
finals.
time, but
Member
actually
leveled
off
split
up.
of
dumping.
Well
well,
done.
it was actually off of a really smart split dump where
Blue
they didn't
hit.
do it off the rip. They
Blue
racked up some
destroyed.
pack and then did it, and that's why they did so well that year.
But
I think.
what I find, the dump strats, early dump
Member leveled
strats,
up.
maybe not even
Well
if a couple
done.
minutes, but the secret is to not try and get bases. Is to focus purely on getting pack hits.
Yeah, I did see. I think Sovereign at Sunny Coast won a game against Catalyst because they dumped to the weaker team, didn't shoot the base for like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
Just
Don't-
packed.
You
like,
just make sure you're getting your pack hits up, and that's how the Cobras were so successful back then. They would get 3 bases jumping and win the game because the other teams could only get like 6.
yeah, they were always about points per minute. I remember they were like.
Yeah. How many tags you can get, double your way to victory.
I think that era is a little bit dead. I don't think it works.
I don't
these
think we have the
days.
teams that are built to do it.
Blue
be honest.
hit.
Oh, we do. I think we
Member
just have to be a
leveled
bit
up.
smarter about it. Like I
Well
think one
done.
good
Destroyed.
example when they do those really smart dumps. I think Dragons are a great example of it. Where
Yeah.
they've refined their strat to not just dump, and they do these really smart like 4-man hits. Like
Yeah.
They get a base, they come home.
There's
or
so
they'll
many
even-
dynamic things you can do.
Green
See
hit.
more like dump, get a couple, and come home.
Blue
So
team
I think-
denied.
Just trying to suss out what's going on. Kelpies just got denied, so they're still at green. Oh, I broke that again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That screen's a weird one.
Interestingly, like the empty isn't going down all that quickly.
No. And that's
These teams know they don't. They've got
That's-
12 minutes to get it.
Member
Like,
leveled
that's
up.
what happens in these
Well done.
like quality laser tags.
oh, nice
games.
deny there from volley.
Blue
But I
team
honestly expect
denied. Blue
Riptide
hit.
to only have like 2 less of it at
Blue
this point.
hit.
I thought
Blue
Husky was going to shoot
destroyed.
there. Or is that dodge? That's dodge.
Nope, he's out. Greens are in.
Member
you.
leveled up. Well done.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah. You can see, for example, Wax has been out attacking the entire time and still hasn't got his empty. Like, that's how low priority it is in his brain.
Oh, yeah, like
It's like, hey, I need to tag players. I have 60 tags at 8 minutes. I'm going for
the base can
100.
go down like 10 times in 5 minutes. And you got 12. Like Husky's in there chilling.
Blue
He'll
hit.
grab it. He'll send
Blue
wax
hit.
eventually.
Blue destroyed.
So
Oh, they won't send. He'll just get it. They won't even tell him. They'll just be like, he knows it's empty. Like, if he doesn't know it's empty.
yeah,
You
he's
know?
still there at green.
Yeah, just
So this has worked out a little bit differently from the last one we saw with Kelpies because they are getting stalled. They got 2 on green, they got 1 on red, and now I think they're a little bit lost.
Member
They
leveled
don't,
up. Well done.
yeah.
I can see them at red.
Unfortunately, Riptide are about 3k behind at the moment because of
Blue
that
hit.
one base that Wax has.
Blue hit.
Who's now getting his
Blue
blue.
destroyed.
And they've only got 1 more blue to pick up. So they've got a 3k deficit they need to kind of pick up. It's going to be hard to do that from pack because we don't know where blue's going to go. They might start spending a lot more time at red, considering a couple more of them need red. And you can see there's a lot in. So it's going to be really hard for Riptide to get that base. We kind of need to see what Aftershock did and just find a way to bully their way through.
Catalysts know they have 1 on Riptide, and they know
Yeah.
they've got the pack, so they can just chill, really.
Yeah, Catalysts are not that base hungry of a team when they don't have to be. They like their
Member
bases,
leveled
but
up.
they also like tags.
Well done.
And will just back their pack skills more often than they'll actually back their base counts.
Yeah, they'll probably.
But they
Member
win both
leveled
ways,
up.
to be fair.
Well
Well,
done.
yeah, they're gonna poke at green for the rest of the game,
Yeah.
but they're not gonna overcommit.
They're not going to feed. That's the big thing. Like, a lot of teams go, oh, we need this base.
Blue
They just
hit.
lose too many pack hits. They're
Blue
just going to
hit.
keep farming and hope they
Blue
get it.
destroyed.
Cool, blue's done.
Green hit.
The Riptide have really
Green
caught
hit.
up on pack,
Green
but as I say, that Dodge
destroyed.
picks up a green base,
Yeah.
which is big. So Riptide have to get a red now because Kelpies have spread across the two bases. It's going to be difficult everywhere. Catalyst have 2 on green, and anybody who has Wax on their fantasy team is going to be having a great time right now
Yeah,
because
I've got-
Wax is on
I've got Wax.
15K. I don't know why I didn't buy Wax. I spent my money on Twinkles, and I don't think it was worth it.
Nah, I honestly, I was talking to people, I was like, you have to pick up Wax Husky.
I got
You have to
Dodge.
get Wax
Dodge was
Husky.
1.1.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Pretty good buy. Lilbo's probably the surprise. Not surprise, but another
He was
really
just pretty
quality.
pricey. He was like 1.4, and I
Oh,
was
was
like,
he that high?
yeah, he was
Okay.
real pricey.
Yeah, fair enough. He's worth it.
Red
to be
hit.
fair.
Jam is inside red. There's a lot of
Red
people.
hit.
Oh, he got a lot of tags.
Oh,
destroyed.
get it? Yeah, oh, great take.
That was a base. Whew. Like
Huh?
he shot like 5 people.
Yeah, and he's having a ripper of a game.
Okay. Shoots Wham, gets in, shoots base, shoots red, shoots blue, shoots base, shoots his own
team.
teammate, shoots
Plays
blue,
door.
shoots base, dies.
Member
Yeah, that's
leveled
exactly
up.
the kind of plays
Well
you need.
done.
This is a just a couple of star plays get that base to give them a chance. They still need to hold, but if they can get that one extra base off Catalyst,
Oh, Catalyst is in.
Catalyst is in.
Red
Is that
hit.
Lilbo
Green
who's shooting?
hit.
Oh, no.
Red hit.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
Lobo's gone.
Red
Oh, did he get
destroyed.
denied?
Oh, one
Yeah.
shot denied.
Red team
I think it was a
denied.
phaser hit.
Blue is set up inside. I like to say that pug shoot out.
The green and red.
And a red
Oh,
and green.
oh.
I think that's Dodge though, and he has.
Too many players.
Let blue in. Let blue in. Blue's out of it.
Member
No.
leveled up.
Must
Well
punish
done.
them as hard as possible.
There's a point where this becomes a 2-team game now. I think that's
Game
going to be
over.
it there.
Please proceed to
Riptide and
exit.
Catalyst were equal on pack, neck
Yeah.
and neck. It was just that one base, and I think that base that Wax got through the dump was massive.
Yeah, impressive. Impressive to keep up on pack hits there with Wax picking up 81 tags. But you can see there the defense is a little more starved. You know, Lilbo on 28 compared to all of theirs way above 40.
Kelpies definitely spent way more time at green than red.
Yeah.
They were too afraid to go to red.
Yeah.
And that is something that Catalyst comes up against a lot. But you see, Wax got a 12 tag streak as well as a 10 chain tag, so he definitely had a good time. But yeah, so you see Wax is 81, and we got 58, 42, and then it drops off. But we've got Jam on 62, Volley on 52, has 46, 44, 46, or even across the board
Yeah.
for Riptide.
Yeah, I think the pack hits kind of hurt a little bit because they did die quite a bit.